Welcome to Candleside Gaslighting, where lying is encouraged and the truth is confusing. I'm your host, Jerry. Today, Shakota will be listening to 3 different stories today, and she's going to try to figure out which one is real and which ones are fake. You know the drill by now. She's going to use her detective skills to figure out the liar, so light your favorite candle, and join us by the Candleside for a journey of fact and fiction.
By the time you guys are hearing this, we will just be getting ready for the next week to be the start of our spooky October. So come hang out. There's 5 Mondays in October, so that means 5 great spooky episodes for you to get in the Halloween spirit.
All themed to be as spooky and scary as possible. Shakota, do you know what today's episode is?
Yeah,
Based
I kind of
upon by
figured
the
it
decor?
out. Yeah.
Yeah. So, nerds, Josh isn't just dressed like this for shits and giggles. He's ready to get swifty. So shout out WUBBA LUBBA DUB DUB at the top of your lungs, and be sure to stretch out that plumbus too, because we're going to take a trip across the multiverse in this Rick and Morty themed episode. Will Shakota be able to determine who's lying, or will she be deceived by our own evil Morty? I don't know. Stay tuned to find out. I'm so sorry.
I definitely won't know.
Those are horrendous words, but because this is Candleside Gaslighting, we have to talk about the candle.
Yeah.
Shakota, what kind of candle is that?
That's a good question. I wasn't in here when you put it out.
I didn't even look. It was just the one that was full.
Is it the one that smells like man?
Man
What's
smell?
it called?
It says dark amber and OUD.
Oud.
Oh,
Oud.
are you
Ode?
sure?
I
Yeah.
think that's what that says.
OUD. That sounds right.
It's a familiar word or spelling
Ode?
at least.
Well, no, Ode
Yeah.
is ODE. Oid.
Was this the one that was in the living room?
Yeah, it was on the floor.
Yeah, that one smells like man.
Man smell. No, it does
Yeah.
smell good. So light a candle, like I said a second ago. Josh, you like pops, right? What about this pop?
This pop we got is Queen Summer. This is the only Rick and Morty pop that we have. But also joined with us today are the fantastic Rick and Morty Special Edition Pringles cans. We got Pickle Rick chips. We got Honey Mustard Morty chips. And what does that say? Look at me.
Ooh,
I'm
look at me! I'm cheddar and sour cream.
Mr. Meeseeks.
Sorry.
Mr.
I'm so sorry
No,
about
that was beautiful.
No, that
Yeah,
was.
thanks.
That was beautiful. It's perfect amount of cringiness for Rick and Morty. Like, it used to be, well, not the show's bad now, but
So, should I just throw everything off the table as hard as I can and just... Pickle!
You could.
You know that meme? The McDonald's?
Yeah.
Give me the Szechuan sauce.
Speaking of McDonald's, did y'all hear about the 30 kids that rioted in a British McDonald's?
What?
Like, there was a bunch of teenage hooligans that held McDonald's hostage, and corporate McDonald's was like, "I'm sorry, workers, we apologize."
Was this part of the Handsome Fellas revolvement around the Minions movie, Rise of Gru?
Oh, the gentle minions?
Oh, the Gentle Minions.
He said
sorry.
handsome fellas. I thought he was just giving them
Handsome
compliments.
I'm not too into that meme culture, so
I don't know.
my apologies.
I was just wondering about McDonald's.
I don't know.
It's okay.
But they are testing out a Big Mac with chicken.
What?
So it's probably McChicken patties instead of burger pat.
That sounds
patties.
delicious, personally.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You could literally order that now if you wanted to. You just have to get Big Mac sauce and 2 McChickens.
No, you think our McDonald's will do that for you?
it can't be worse than the Burger King's chicken.
True. I think Big Mac sauce with chicken sounds slap.
It's
you
just
can, 1,000
you can
hours,
replace that. You can replace any sauce with Big Mac sauce on anything.
Yeah.
They do say that in the app. But it's just not the same experience. Maybe
Yeah,
they
it's
jip
not
you
the
up.
same if I have to make it. Because then I might as well just cook my own food.
Might as well grind up my own chicken.
Yeah.
Put in
Kyle,
some horse
Did you
hooves.
not slap some McGangbangs?
No. I've never had a McGangbang in my life.
Well,
Ever.
That's
Period.
McTragic.
At all.
McTragic.
I'll put fries on my burger.
But
that's
still
different.
playing with your food.
It's different.
No, it's not.
Hear me out, Kyle. Go to Burger King, get the chicken fries, put that on the Big Mac chicken. Just be adventurous.
I don't like Burger King. I don't like
Yeah.
anything on their menu.
Nah, they are
Okay,
a
but
mid.
their chicken nuggets are not good, but they're the cheapest chicken nuggets. You can get so many for like $1.50.
That's why it's a war crime. You shouldn't go. You should not go to Burger King.
Yeah.
Who cares? I
shit's
can get
not
a lot of
chicken.
chicken nuggets.
They're pretty decent nuggets.
They're not
They're
the
decent?
worst. They're not the worst.
I mean, I cannot tell you last time I had a chicken McNugget other than the time it was like frozen in the back of my mom's car. Like there was like a box on the floor, and I was like, "Mom, can I eat these?" And she was like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." Like she was thinking, "Whatever the hell," but they were like a couple-day-old Burger King McNuggets on the floor.
Burger King
okay.
McNuggets.
So you're just talking about Burger King nuggets, not nuggets in general?
Yeah. I have
Okay.
other nugget stories, but
Yeah, I
that
was about to
specific Burger
say,
King nugget story.
Bitch, I've seen you eat nuggets at this house.
Like literally a few days ago because there was a deal in the app at McDonald's.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah.
It tempted me. I was like, I want the chicken sandwich, but the nugget deal sounds too good.
Oh,
Nuggets
yeah,
sound good too.
when
And
they're
you
like,
got both.
Get 2 medium fries with the purchase of 20-piece chicken McNuggets.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm taking that. I
Ex-
shouldn't eat all that food, but I'm going to.
The McDonald's effect.
Yeah.
Speaking of effects,
Supersize me.
I think Rick and Morty has an effect upon us all. I know.
Wubba lubba dub dub.
Wow! Get Swifty, shake it on the floor. I don't know.
Take-
all the meme
Take a
cultures.
shit on the floor.
Either way, everyone always asks, like, I'm supposed to say, hey, who wants to go first? Shakota, who do you want to go first? Shoot one of us. Bam, he's first.
Did you introduce us?
Bam.
Who are we?
They know. This is Kyle. I'm Jerry. Shakota, the contestant. And that's Josh.
My dad knows who we are. It's
Actually,
okay.
I said everyone but you, Kyle. I apologize, because I mentioned Josh and his fit. I said I
Oh,
was
yeah.
Jerry. I introduced Shakota. So, once again, this is
Hi,
Kyle.
I'm Kyle. I'm sorry.
Hi,
'Cause
Kyle.
I kind of got roasted the last time we recorded for not introducing people. I might have, but
I don't know.
I don't know. I just know you guys were like, Kyle, did you even like introduce everyone?
I don't
Well,
even think it matters that much, but we didn't do that at all in the first season because I did not care.
Eh.
But it's cute now.
Yeah, it's just a thing now. Anyways, can we get on with the episode?
It's
Jerry?
Sorry, before we do that, it's welcoming to the newer listeners.
True,
if they
true,
want to
true,
start
true,
on
true.
this episode, they might not know who we are.
I think
Exactly.
it would be funny though, just like trying to figure it out just by like hearing what we call each other.
Yeah. They'd figure it out eventually. Or you can have, like, fun title cards the whole time. Or, like, Minecraft player names.
Great for the audio
Minecraft
listeners.
player
We can
names.
get office name tags.
Great for
I'd
the
rather
audio
not. I like
listeners.
that.
You
like
can be Asian Jim.
No, don't think so.
No.
And who's Asian Jim? As far as we know, that's just Jim Halpert.
Oh, yeah.
You're right.
Yeah,
That's
true.
I remember that. I don't even watch The Office.
But that's a really good episode.
That is a really good episode.
Office episode? Gaslighting Jerry?
Oh yeah, I would not get it, dude. I remember parkour, beans, the Jello with the
chili.
stapler.
It is chilly.
There's beans in the chili.
Farms.
Isn't there one where, like, doesn't Pam? I don't know. Either way, yeah, I would fail at that one. Okay, sometimes my guy I messed up. That one I would just fail at. Either way, Shakota, like I said, pick someone to start the episode. I know it's always a toss up between us. Just
Why don't you go, Jerry? You're already talking.
okay. I'm already talking. So, hold on. Let me remember what this episode title is called. So yeah, we're gonna tell you random episodes of Rick and Morty. You have to know whether they're 100% real or like maybe 1% fake. Who knows?
I'm going to look up the episode title for mine as well.
Because I'm dumb.
know
Because
the
I can
episode
I can
title
tell you about my episode fairly well, but I just want to make sure I'm telling you correctly. Do. Okay. Gotta open my Google Doc that's written on. Bink. Okay, this one's called Rick and Morty's Thanksploitation Spectacular. Thanksploitation. So, this is a Thanksgiving theme episode because the world is lacking those. You know that. And this
True.
episode, they try to, like, National Treasure heist the Constitution and everything, as one does on a normal Thanksgiving Eve. And Rick and Morty are down in the basement, and Morty, like, explodes all of the national treasures by accident. And it's like Rut-Row, SpaghettiOs, and so the entire U.S. government's after them, like every other episode, and their lovely relationship with the president continues to blossom when he's like, I'm gonna kill you, and then Rick's like, don't worry, this works every year. I'm gonna turn myself into a turkey and get pardoned for our crimes. But the president's gotten wise to this. Also, this is the most batshit crazy Rick and Morty episode I've ever seen, okay? It was like in the round where we all watched them that one night. This one's absolutely nutty. Like, I'm not gonna do it justice right now, Shakota. We should watch it later. It makes
It's beautiful.
it's so much.
We also need to watch mine.
That one's hilarious too.
I like Rick and Morty. I just
Josh's is
didn't
really
watch
funny,
it from
too.
the beginning.
Valid.
Josh's
great.
is actually a good episode.
Ours are just funny.
Great episode.
Honestly. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, no. So Rick turns himself into a turkey, like every year apparently. And the president's gotten wise to this, so he says, instead of changing the turkey trucks, I'm gonna hire turkey secret agents to fake be turkeys and like have like actual Uzis. And Rick's like, fuck man, he's stepping up his game. And so he finally gets in and is like in the turkey selection process, and the president's like, hold up, I need to confront these guys. And so the president becomes a turkey, and he's like, doot, 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 and he's down there. But something that was important to the plot that I didn't mention is they all have these like tracking devices in their tum-tums, and the president like gets sicko mode and throws up into another turkey's mouth. So it has the president's tracking device. And when the people are like, okay, we got him, boys, Rick and Morty are going to die, they grab the wrong turkey. And so this random-ass turkey becomes the president of the United States, and everyone's chill with that. And it's like this weird turkey-human hybrid. It does that a lot, like turkeys do. And it runs the country for like 5 hours while Rick and Morty and the fake president turkey are all fighting FDR in the presidential basement. They just feed all the failed turkeys to FDR.
I believe that.
FDR's crawling around in a spider cave.
It's not a clone of FDR.
No,
it's
it's-
actually
And
FDR.
I believe that.
FDR's in the bottom, okay, and so this turkey president now was like, freedom for all turkey kind. Let's bring America together under turkeydom. And so he has like all the presidential people like, hey, that's a secret agent. And they're like, sir, all the secret agents are there. And he says, "Woo!" and like kills them. And then he makes more turkeys, and each turkey he makes like bigger and bigger. So by the end of the episode, there's like 100-foot tall turkey muscular people.
Attack on Titan shit.
Like huge turkey like combatives. It's crazy. And yeah, Rick and Morty unturkey themselves along with the president, and they're like, yo, the world's being taken over by turkeys. We need to do something. And then the president's like, don't worry, I got this. And so under the Lincoln Memorial, what actually happened on Thanksgiving is 2 separate alien species crash landed at the same time. And instead of fighting and destroying the planet, they came together to kill all the dinosaurs, which are actually just really big turkeys. And they've been stored under the Lincoln Memorial for the past like 1,000 years or something like that. And he's like, it's time. And he like gobble gobble squawks, the real president, and all these pilgrims and everybody, all the space aliens, and they shake hands, and then they go to town on all these giant turkeys, and they're like flying around murdering with corn cobs and all these things. And while all that's happening, Rick and Morty fly to space because the Washington Monument has been turned into a nuclear rocket.
This is all one episode?
This is
Yes,
what
this is one episode.
This is 24 minutes of content. This is so much.
You think that's full? Wait till we get to mine.
And so Rick and Morty are in space, and there's like huge giant turkey buff men again, and he's like, and Rick's like, yo, don't destroy the Washington Monument, it's important. Rick and Morty like splits it in half, and he's like, you dumb kid. Back on Earth, though, the president is fighting his turkey clone. The turkey clone is like, you may be the original, but I'm the upgrade, and like keeps like the president will pull out a wrench, the turkey president will pull out a wrench, the president will pull out a gun, turkey president pulls out a bigger gun. Either way, they're fighting in the Washington Monument like Water, Tom Hanks style, you know. And the president, like,
Reflection pool.
yeah, the reflection pool. That's it, in front of the Washington Monument. I bet. And the turkey president has the real president pinned down. He's like, I'm gonna kill you. And he's like, not if I have a leg in this game, or some dumbass one-liner. Flips him over, stabs him with a corn stalk, like regular corn stalk. He's like, psych. And the turkey president like stands up and he's like, oh no. And the real president like beats him a couple times. He's like, I've been defeated. And like there's a hole in his chest from the thing. And he says, I didn't want to do this. He grabs inside of his own chest, pulls out a wishbone. The president goes, is that a wishbone? And then the turkey president says, I wish to explode. Rips the wishbone in half. He fucking nuclear blasts the whatever area they're in now, and the president's like ears ringing, remembering all the PlayStations he's ever gotten as a kid.
As a human being.
Yeah.
It's like
Specifically,
PlayStation.
specifically PlayStation.
Like it's
Yeah,
a
it's
good
like 9/11. The
PlayStation.
planes are going to the towers. PlayStation. PlayStation 2.
Exactly.
PlayStation 3.
He's got it.
PlayStation 4. I
I
want
want
a
a
PS5.
Yep. And then he dabs up the pilgrims and aliens and everything. They go back under the Abe
what year did
Lincoln
this?
Monument.
What year did this come out?
This is the newest season.
Okay.
Last year.
Okay.
Last Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I was unaware that it was.
Actually, when does season 6 come out?
Soon.
I thought that
September
one already
4th.
came out. That's why
September
I was confused.
4th. So
Yeah.
this will go live after that season has already started.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Previous season. The newest to me. Yeah. It's a wild ride. They all make up, and the president and Rick and Morty shake hands once again and say, "Till next year, bud," until they piss each other off again. And that is the Thanksploitation episode.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. That was a lot.
Yeah, it was. And honestly, like, it doesn't seem out of pocket. But the issue with this whole thing is
Could
that
be
was
out of
about
flock.
like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's funny. It was about 10 minutes
Buddy.
of content.
Mhm.
And if it's one tiny little thing, y'all suck dick.
You don't know?
Because we don't do that to people. We normally have a much shorter things. And if all of these are loaded like that,
Yeah.
you guys suck.
But it might be the dead giveaway. You know, like I thought Kyle's was fake last time because his was like half the time as yours. So maybe I'm
Yeah.
compensating. Or maybe they'll all be just really long because it's Rick and Morty.
My genuine thoughts on that, though, is I think that's real.
Mhm.
And I know that you can be really good at gaslighting, Jerry, but the last few times that you have been the person to gaslight, you've tripped up.
Mhm.
And I think that you seemed really hyped telling your story, and you told it pretty well. So, good job. And
I've been tripped up. Wait, I fail or like I'm telling a story and it sounds dumb as fuck.
you tell the story, and you mess up pronouns.
Oh, okay.
You change what you're saying halfway through.
That's just me though.
Oh my god, the
like-
fucking Game Boy.
Like the
Yes.
Game Boy,
Oh
and
my
then he
God.
kept calling.
Well, that one was hard, bro. It
He
was
kept
a
calling
real
the little
story.
sister in Big Time Rush him, and I was like, "What are you talking about?
No
Nobody
idea.
can follow what you're
That,
saying."
that
Jerry.
one's me because I don't
We
know Big
didn't-
Time Rush.
Yeah. I was gonna say I'm editing the video right now that you should have already watched,
Big Time Rush.
You
with
should
Joey.
have. If you haven't, go back and watch it right now.
where we had Joey on the show and Jerry was gaslighting, and he literally just straight up told the real story first on accident and then switched it.
Wait,
we
what did
still
I
got
say?
him.
What did I say?
We still got him.
What was
You
Joey's?
the DS story on the bus.
That was Joey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I started with. I was like, yeah, well, no, I said the playground, or did I
Yeah.
start with bus?
Yeah. You got okay. You told half of it
Yeah.
as the real story.
I just
and then
forgot
switched.
the Game Boy thing because it was a DS, and that was a pivotal moment in my life. And I was like, "Fuck, wait, I need to change something again." My brain messed up. Either way,
Either
I'm not
way,
the worst,
I mean, either way, Joey caught it for a second, and then we
but
still
I
got him.
I got him.
Yeah.
Still got him. But yeah,
If that is real, that sounds funny as fuck, and I would go. I'd watch that. By the way,
Thank you for liking
I'm
my
trying
ideas.
to get back on track.
Don't. It's okay.
Don't.
I just got it. Here, I'll track them. Who do you want next?
Josh, you got it. Kyle, you
Alright.
can go last, bitch. Fuck
Best-
you.
Best for
Good
last.
with that.
Best
He's
for
not the
last.
best. So.
No, you can't top.
you
Is
can't
that a
top.
wishbone?
Is that- yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
Oh,
good.
I was gonna
yeah.
say you can't top what your story will be.
No,
This
no.
episode-
Is that a wishbone? Is so much better than what I got.
Even the last joke of your episode. We'll get to
Yeah.
it. We'll get to it.
Josh is really funny though, and the best episode out of all them all.
Content wise.
Yeah.
Because my episode comes from the very first season. It is the second episode of the show. It's called Lawnmower Cat. Okay. This episode has one major plot line and another one that's not, but they both have equal weight in my eyes. So the main plot line is Morty's cat is a little dumber than most household cats. Okay? He tears up a roll of toilet paper, so Morty's dad, Jerry, gets pretty frustrated. And he's like, Rick, can you do something with your useless science knowledge and make this cat smarter? So Rick originally warns Jerry that this is a bad idea and shouldn't you feel powerful over being the smarter creature? But regardless, Jerry keeps complaining, and Rick makes a helmet for the cat. This helmet makes the cat a little more sentient. Not at first, but it just makes him listen more. Okay? And then we're going to take a break from that because, like the episode, it goes to a side plot. Rick's like, okay, Morty, we have distracted your father long enough. Help me with this science project. And so they go into the garage, which is Rick's workspace, and they get these devices that Rick has made that is pretty much like Inception. And what they're going to do is Inception Morty's math teacher because Morty is making not good enough grades to hang out with his grandpa and help him. So they go into the math teacher's brain and they're trying to persuade him through the conscious in his dream state to give Morty an A in math. In doing so, Rick underestimated how aware his math teacher would be in his dreams. So the math teacher starts on the plane, like shooting up the plane, and they're like, and Rick's like, "Oh shit, Morty, we have to go into," because on the plane, the math teacher's dreaming about his famous celebrity crush, Shakira. We have to go into Shakira's brain. Knocks her out, and they go into her dreams, and then it cuts back to the other story, which is technically the main plot line.
But
But the other
Shakira's
story's
cooler.
better to me.
Yeah.
Anyways, main plot line is now the cat and Summer, which is Morty's sister, and Jerry are watching television. It happens to be a movie about cats being domesticated. And they're watching it, and the cat's watching it, and the cat's like, wait a sec. It can't talk yet, but it gets there. It gets there. The cat's like, why are you doing this? So it decides to, it gets really sad at this movie, and it looks out the window and like messes with the panel on the front of the on the helmet, and realizes there's some batteries missing. So they go to the drawer. This cat goes to the drawer, puts some more batteries in, and it becomes sentient, like I mentioned before. And it's like, I can make upgrades to myself.
Upgrade.
And it starts doing that. Cut back to the other plot line. Rick and Morty are in Shakira's dream state, and they're in a weird sex dungeon. And Rick's like, Morty, just blend in. I know you don't like it, but just blend in. And they run into some trouble because Morty doesn't like what's happening. He finds okay, so this is the weird Inception part of it. In Shakira's dream, who is the dream version of Shakira in his math teacher's dream, is in this sex dungeon is Summer, Morty's sister, very sexualized.
Yeah.
You don't have to keep specifying that. I know Summer is Morty's sister.
Okay, I was just being
I've
sure.
seen enough of the show.
Okay, I was just being sure. Anyway, Summer is very
Dumbass.
sexualized and starts hitting on Morty, and Morty's creeped out, and this causes trouble with the guards in the sex dungeon, like big orgy sex dungeon. Like I'm trying to tell you how big this is.
A sex dungeon that deserves
Dicks being
guards.
sucked everywhere.
Yeah. And so they're like, well, shit. We don't really have a way out of this. Rick's like, we have to go into this bodyguard's dream. And they go in, because the bodyguard's a centaur. And
By
they
the
go
way.
into this centaur. Yeah, real shit.
Yeah, a little detail. He is a centaur.
They go into this centaur's dream state, and all of a sudden, they're in a spooky place. And they're hearing a song. And no shit, it's a rip-off version of Freddy Krueger. But they don't say Freddy Krueger, they say Scary Terry.
Scary Terry.
Then cut back to the other thing, the other plot line. This cat has built himself full robotic armor and is now recruiting other cats to overthrow the human population because they've become sentient and said, fuck domestication, we're going to domesticate humans. And they're starting to take over the world. So cut back now to the dream state of the centaur, which is in the dream state of Shakira, which is in this dream state of the math teacher. He's scared for his life running from Scary Terry. And are you familiar? You're familiar with the the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, right?
The Scary Terry lore.
Yeah,
So
screw
they're in
you
there.
for making me familiar with the Nightmare on Elm Street movies at 3 o'clock in the morning and then falling asleep while I watched them by myself for the first time.
I thought you liked horror movies, and you don't like Nightmare on Elm
I-
Street.
Those aren't
Not
even
with-
that bad. Okay,
It's the
new
dream.
one.
It's the dream thing for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Spooky.
I have
There's a-
night terrors. I can't do it.
There's a new one?
No,
Well,
it's
new,
new as
like,
in like 2014. Oh yeah, no, you were right. Probably like it's probably like
I think
2012.
That's wild, man.
Yeah, I think it's 2012 or 2013.
I've not seen anything
Oh,
that's not
yeah.
Wes Craven, so I don't know. Either way.
Yeah, that's the Wes Craven one.
That's the Wes Craven?
Yeah, Josh
I
thinks
thought
it's
the OG
new,
was
but
that. Oh, either way, whatever.
Well, like the original ones, I think they're all Wes
It's
Craven.
like when you're talking about RoboCop. If you mean the really, really bad
I'm
one,
dumb.
you talk about the new one.
well, there's like fucking 14 of the OGs, and then this
Yeah.
new one's like a reboot.
it's a remake of the first movie because we watched the
Yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
watched the new one, and then we watched the older
just looks
one, and
cooler.
it's the exact
Just
same
looks cooler,
movie.
that's
It's
good.
just better effects.
Because I do remember some of those Nightmare on Elm Street movies looking dumb as hell.
So, anyways, they're in like the boiler room thing
Scary Terry.
for Scary Terry,
I
and they're
love
getting
Scary
chased by
Terry.
Scary Terry, and lo and behold, Scary Terry is gonna catch them. So they knock out the girl jump roping who's singing the song and go into her dreams.
Wait, what?
The-
Backtrack. What girl? Why? Who's jump roping and
Like,
why?
like the girls in the dreams that are jumping and singing the song 1, 2, Freddy's coming
Oh,
for you.
it's actually
just there.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's like we don't know they're there.
You
until she
didn't. You
knocked-
didn't specify that.
Well, that's how the episode goes. We
Yeah.
don't know that
Yeah.
she's there until they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh shit, we gotta go."
like it's like if the background music was there the whole
Gotcha.
time and they just pan left for a second.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, they go in there, and then that girl's dreams, she's being hunted by Scary Terry still. So they're like, "Shit, we don't have any more ways to go." And then Scary Terry's chasing them down the street. This is like on Elm Street. Scary Terry's like, "You can run, but you can't hide, bitch."
That's his catchphrase.
That's his catchphrase is bitch. It's really funny. And then Rick and Morty are like, well, Morty's terrified. Rick's like, wait, he said we can run, but we can't hide. Let's just do that. Let's just hide. So they hide, and they get away from Scary Terry.
And then
Cut.
they spend like a whole minute or 2 minutes just saying like, yeah, you know what? Hiding was actually a good idea, and explaining why it was a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah. And we cut back to the cat domination. Cats are ruling the world. They've imprisoned the family. They've imprisoned Jerry and Summer and Beth and treating them like humans treat cats. It's funny. I don't
Yeah.
think it deserves the A plot line, but
Yeah.
because the B plot line is far superior
Yeah.
and more funny. But it cuts back and it shows us some more of that. They're in
Yeah.
trouble. They know
Humans
it.
drinking milk. Oh.
Yeah. Anyways, and then it goes back eventually to the B plot line, which I know I'm talking about the B plot line a lot, but it's funnier and better.
Yeah.
So now we see Scary Terry pull up to his nice suburban home in his probably like a Honda Civic or something, and Rick and Morty are outside of his house watching him. He has a whole family, and he walks in, and his wife is like cooking dinner and says something, and he's like, "What'd you say, bitch?" And then she's like, "Not in the house, Terry. You know this." He's like, "You're right, darling. Sorry, Scary Gary," or something. I don't remember the kid's name.
Scary Brandon.
Sorry, Scary Brandon.
I don't mean to say that in front of you and Scary Brandon.
So they watch this family like end their night, and they're going to bed. And Rick's to Morty's like, "Morty, we have to go into Scary Terry's dreams."
Don't forget about Scary Coitus. You don't remember that line? I mean, they don't show it, but Rick's like, after a session of Scary Coitus, he's going to be out fast.
Okay.
Get into his dreams. I'm sorry, that just...
It's been a while. This is from the first season.
Yeah.
God
I
damn
mean,
it,
I know we
Kyle.
just watched it earlier, but
Yeah. It's just
Anyways.
in my head, man.
Keep going.
yeah, they go into Scary Terry's dreams, and Scary Terry is at Scary School. And it's a classroom full of learning how to scare, and the teacher's being really mean to Scary Terry, and Rick and Morty just stand up for Scary Terry, and they're like, "Hey, man, I know you don't have pants on, but here's some pants. Don't get yourself too down about it." So now this is like the decline of the episode. after Scary Terry wakes up from this, being comforted from Rick and Morty is just in their bedroom, and Scary Terry wakes up and he's like, "Hey guys, that was really nice of you." And they're like, anything to help you, bud." And then he's like, "Yeah, I'll help you guys out with anything you need." And then they're like, "Actually, we do need some help." So they start going back through all the other loopholes they've jumped through, Inception style. And they're like taking care of all the problems. Scary Terry is killing everyone, anyone that caused problems in these dreams. So they eventually get back to where the math teacher and Shakira are.
Not Shakira.
And Scary Terry says, "This is because you haven't given Morty an A." And like turns into a missile and blows him up. And then it just cuts right to the math teacher waking up. "Man, I think I'm going to give Morty an A." So then Rick and Morty have accomplished that mission. And they're going back to the family. Cats have fucking wrecked everything. Taken over the house. Taken over the neighborhood. They're getting ready to take over the world. So Rick and Morty come to save the day. And a nice little trick Rick and Morty does is they like go through time showing what could have happened. But it doesn't, because at the end of the episode, Rick reveals to Morty, after this whole cat domination of the world, because Morty was taken in by the main cat because he was good to him. He's like, Morty, this has all been a dream. I've done Inception on the cat because it was the only way to stop them from taking over the world. And he's like, "Take these pills. You're going to get really sick, but it's worth it." And yeah, and then, so Morty's like almost dying, and the cat who's taking over the world is like, "Oh, I need to save his life." And then boom, the cat wakes up, and then he's like, "You know what? We're not going to take over this world. We're going to go to another dimension and rule our own separate planet." And that's the end of the story.
That's the end. Cat domination.
Is that
Scary
not
Terry.
the episode where they shit their pants with the pills, or is that something different?
That's a different episode.
Okay,
Poop
that's what I was
Morty
thinking of, 'cause
does
they
shit
do-
himself.
They do take pills at the end of an episode, and then they shit themselves.
Morty
that's a
shits
different one.
himself.
Morty shits himself when, like, at the same moment that the cat has been dream
Yeah.
inceptioned. So it's like a weird joke that doesn't really matter, but
Yeah.
Okay.
Thoughts, Shakota?
thoughts.
There's a lot of specific details in yours, like Shakira pops out to me. It wouldn't surprise me if it was Shakira, because she does a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and this was like the first season.
Yeah. No, it wouldn't surprise me.
Is that
But it did stand out a lot to me. It is a detail that did stand out.
Okay.
That could easily be switched.
Mhm.
That doesn't mean that it was, but I haven't heard Kyle's yet. Right now, yours sounds more Captain Jerry's, oddly enough.
I'm sorry, I was too passionate about mine. And I still did a bad job telling it.
I may be wrong, but I if that's even close to an episode, I still want to watch it. That sounds like something I've watched parts of, and I think some of
the
it.
second episode of the
I
series.
know, because I
second.
watched some with Joey
Ah,
back in the day when we were still in high school.
Yeah.
I watched some with Joey, so I don't know.
Let's go.
It sounds familiar. Still sounds like the episode where they shit their pants.
they shit their pants in a lot of episodes.
No,
I'll
but
be
it's
honest.
literally like the way you described it. It's at the end of the episode, and he's like, we gotta take these pills real quick." And they take the pills, and then he was like, "Oh man, I can't remember exactly what happens." But then they're like, "Oh, we're gonna explode. And then they were like, "Oh no," and then they just have extreme diarrhea. They don't explode or die.
That sounds believable. Like, that's a good gaslight right
Are you
there. if you're
gaslighting
right.
us?
No, I think it might be in not the new season, but the one
Season 4,
the one
probably.
with fucking
You've
acid.
watched the most of
I've watched
season 4.
so much of. I've
Acid.
watched Acid I've watched that episode like 5 times.
It's a great
I've
episode.
watched
that
the
episode is actually a
the
good episode.
alien invasion one where they suck their faces like
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
10
yeah.
times.
Yeah,
I've
the
seen that
Queen
episode
Summer
so many
episode.
times. Yes.
Glorzos.
Yeah, the Glorzos.
Yeah, I've seen that so many times.
Well,
Why?
I would love to watch both of those again, but we have
I
to listen
don't.
to Kyle's story now.
Okay, that's fine.
And then we'll listen about diarrhea later, off camera.
Shit. Diarrhea, shit, same thing, kind of.
Kyle, what's your episode called?
I'm getting there.
I know. I'm just prompting you. You know, helping you feed into your story a little bit. Doing a hostly thing because I sure didn't do a good intro. So, gotta help a fellow out. You know,
Yeah.
a fellow Rick and Morty enjoyer. Wait, I should have burped into the microphone because that's a Rick thing to do.
Rick and Morty thing,
That's a
yeah.
Rick and Morty thing to do. That's what we're trying to do with the Pringles and the
After
clothing and-
drinking out of your indescript flask.
That's the second episode, but isn't the first episode when they shoved like the space crystals up Morty's butt? Isn't like the opening of the first episode.
I remember more to the shit story. Just came to my brain. The mom comes in, and she's like, "What are you guys doing?" Because they're like think they're dying, and she's like, "What are you guys doing?" And she's the one that realized that they shit themselves, and she's like, "Y'all, you gotta clean this up."
No, I do remember that happening.
I have no idea. The poop episode sounds
Vaguely.
believable.
Are you sure it was Beth and not Summer?
I'm pretty sure it's Beth. I don't. We can find it, but I know it happened. I may not be exactly accurate on it, but I know that is a thing.
After
Like
turkeys
them
and cats,
shitting themselves is a thing.
Yeah.
And I know you said it is a lot, but this specific thing, it's at the very end of an episode. It's like the ending of the episode.
It also reminds me of Morty's Mind Blowers, though, a little bit. Where Summer comes in after they've, like, remembered a bunch of forgotten
Awful
memories they have.
things.
Yeah.
and they're gonna kill
But,
themselves.
like, I know you're not talking
It's
about
not
that because
that.
I'm pretty sure I remember that. I don't know.
I love Morty's Mind Blowers.
Okay, let's
It's
tell the
aight.
story.
I liked it.
We'll find that later.
True.
I know it
that's
exists.
the end of the list. I can't wait to watch it.
So, my episode is also from season 5, like Jerry's. It's called Rick Pendant's Spray.
Beautiful.
Like Independence Day.
Okay,
Rick.
that makes sense. I didn't understand.
And I'll talk about cum. I'm about to talk about cum.
CUM.
Can you not say that so close to the mic?
I'm sorry. But the beginning of the episode, Beth is a horse surgeon,
Mhm.
and Morty is waiting in the horse hospital, and he finds the device that they use to extract certain fluids from horses.
Milk.
Male horses.
Horse semen.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I think it sounds better when I say it instead of you just saying "come" really loud.
Cum. and
Come.
As
you are.
And Morty, being a 14-year-old boy,
Mhm.
is like, this is interesting.
The semen extractor.
And so he asks his mom if there's any chance that he could, like, help out around the horse hospital, because he has an interest in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So for like a week straight, every day, him and the horse semen extractor doing rounds.
Mm-hmm.
And it just so happens that Rick stole a barrel of horse semen from the hospital, thinking it's only horse semen. There's some Morty semen in there. And he's using it to create a biological weapon to defeat the Chuds, which are a race of underground horse people that eat people like human beings.
They
eat people.
Doesn't sound out
Like
of pocket.
human beings.
I'm gonna be honest.
And Rick is gonna test it, make sure it's all horse, because you can never be too sure about these things. And Morty convinces him not to. He's like, it says horse on the label. It's obviously horse. Well, when Rick does it, there's a big explosion. The house is gone. And
Okay.
roaming the street, there are flying giant sperm.
I was right.
And Rick's like, space sperm! And then everyone else, like the rest of the family, And even the president are like, wow, how big are space dicks? Sorry, that's just a little side joke I had to put in. But they're just trying to get away. They keep killing him, but there's a lot. And the president is like, Rick, Morty, we need you. We know you probably did this. Has you written all over it. So they go to the Pentagon, and they're in the war room with the president and a bunch of high up people in the military, and they're talking about how to take down the seamen, and they determined that they're obviously going to the Grand Canyon for obvious reasons.
The
You wouldn't
Grand
get it.
Canyon.
Okay. I think that's stupid as fuck.
It is.
Sorry, Mom. I didn't mean to cuss.
She's not sorry to Joe though.
Ah.
Come. As you are.
I missed my cue there. Sorry, Kyle.
I'm sorry. I'm getting tired.
What's the story,
Yeah.
Kyle?
Okay. So it keeps going. So they go with a bunch of Marines to the Grand Canyon. And one of them, named Blazin, he's your stereotypical 80s action hero Marine with the katana, headband, the whole shebang. He's the last Marine alive because they all just kind of get destroyed by the sperm.
The
Morty,
sperm kills the Marines?
Yeah.
yes.
The giant space sperm. That's not actually space sperm because Morty's semen.
Yeah. And Morty gets lost at some point, finds a sperm, it has two tails, it has an eye, unlike most of them. He frees it, and they're friends.
Okay.
That'll come back later. But Rick and Morty are in a cave with Blazin. They're setting up nukes to take out the sperm, kill them all. And Blazin can't get his katana out of its sheath. He gets it stuck in the top of the cavern. It's like, oh no, I can't reach that. So he's just barely hopping up trying to grab it. And it falls and impales him in the chest.
Let's
and
go.
you can well, before that, while he's hopping, his pants fall down and he's wearing a thong.
So he dies with his ass exposed?
Yeah,
Is that
pretty
what you're
much.
telling me?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, Rick, Morty, this is my wife. And it's a model from Sports Illustrated. And he's like, please, don't tell her I was wearing her thong. Sorry, that was stupid. So he kills no sperm the whole time. And the sperm disarmed the nukes, and they have a queen sperm who has a robot body and is an expert at kickboxing. But they've also taken Rick's lab and the horse semen extractor so that they can strap Morty to a table and extract all they can out of him to make an army to take over the world. So, while all that is happening, back in the Pentagon, you have the rest of the family and the president and stuff, and they're trying to think of ways to get all the sperm gone. So they come up with the idea, or Summer first brings up the idea of bringing an egg, a human egg, make it big, so they all go to it. But they don't listen to her. They listen to Dr. Shabubu.
Something like that.
And they listen to him because he's a man. And he says No. That's the joke of the episode. They never listen to Beth or Summer, but they listen to Dr. Shabubu if he
Hey,
says
guess
the
what,
exact
Kyle?
same
That's
thing.
not fucking funny.
Shabooboo.
That's the joke of the episode. Is they're not... Okay,
Kyle didn't write this
Right
episode.
after
I don't care.
Or did
right
he?
after Dr. Shabubu says that, Beth looks at Summer and goes, congratulations. You're a woman now. And so they go to Vegas.
No,
They
that's
have
not okay.
They're not saying it is. and
Kyle, if this is fake and you wrote this, you're fucked up. I think it's more okay if it actually happened. But just listening to you just talk about sperm like this has already made me uncomfortable.
Honestly, this is an everyday conversation between Kyle and I. So
Yeah,
I'm doing
pretty much.
Okay.
So they go to Las Vegas with the giant egg. They put it on top of the pyramid in Vegas. You know. What that is.
Yeah.
And
Pass, bro.
they have it.
Yeah, I've seen
rigged to shoot off into space.
Okay.
So the sperm are naturally attracted to it. Yeah. And then finally, Rick and Morty get on the walkie-talkie because they've had radio silence up to this point. They're like, Mr. President, it's Morty's sperm. After the president notifies them that it was Summer's egg that they used. So now they're in a race to stop the sperm from, getting into Summer's egg to create an incest baby.
A giant
This
incest
is
baby.
extremely uncomfortable.
It is. So the Chuds have come to kill Rick and Morty.
Oh, the horse.
The horse people, yeah.
Okay, I forgot that
And-
from your story.
They're saved in the nick of time by the king's daughter, who is pregnant with Rick's half Chud baby.
The king of.
The king of the Chuds.
Okay.
The horse people that live underground.
Okay.
Fun.
So they're like, yeah, you know what, Rick? We'll help you. We'll help you eliminate the sperm. So giant battle in Vegas. Summer and Beth are killing a bunch of them. The people from Cirque du Soleil, they get in them. The army, the Chuds, they're all there. They're all killing sperm. And the queen is the last one left. She's climbing up the pyramid. And who stops her? The sperm that Morty saved earlier and named Sticky. Sticky. Knocks the queen off, kills the queen. Goes directly into the egg.
That has to be a thumbnail face that I just made. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
Do it again without
And-
the mic in front of your face.
I can't. The mic was part of it.
I can't.
Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it.
Oh, it gets worse.
I didn't look. I don't know.
No.
You're still fucking going?
Yes. The episode's not over.
Yeah,
at
they
this
pack
point.
a lot into 24 minutes.
They do. So, remember, this show takes place in the United States of America. So once that egg becomes fertilized, Summer's like, no, I'm not having this. Grabs a rocket launcher, and she's going to shoot the egg. Like a sane person would do. And the president's like, that's a living being. So they launch it into space, and they're like, it's space's problem now. Rick has
I
his
wanna
chud
die.
baby, and then the post-credit scene of the episode. There's an astronaut working on a space
Post-credit
station.
scene?
Yes,
Sorry.
They all
on like
have
a
that.
satellite or
Yeah,
something.
but
His matters.
This one matters. Astronauts working on a satellite or something.
Sure.
And then on the horizon, you see the incest baby. It grabs him and shakes him. That's the end.
Incest baby.
I don't
Whoa.
not believe it. I just
Yeah.
don't like it.
And Morty.
That's
Oh
the-
yeah. Also, Blazen's wife finds them, and Morty's like, "Yeah, no, he was totally wearing your thong."
Is that relevant?
No, she's just like,
But it happened.
Blazen was a fucking creep.
Damn. R.I.P.
Okay.
Blazing.
Cool.
So Shakota,
That's fucking disgusting.
how do you feel about that episode?
Yeah.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning.
1
Is
o'clock,
it
but
really?
is it real? 1:06 a.m.
Yeah, it's too early in the morning for that story to have been told, Kyle. That's all I gotta say.
Sorry.
Got
Kyle.
problem with Spur.
I mean, you wanted him to go last.
I got a problem with incest babies.
I mean, yeah, me too.
That's why he wrote it. Or did he? Or did he not? Or
I
did
don't
Josh
know.
make
I
up
think-
Scary Terry? Or Turkey's
Well,
not
I
real?
don't think Scary Terry is made up. I think there could
Bitch.
be something.
Bet.
I think there could be other things in his story that are made up, but not. Scary Terry sounds familiar to me. I don't know. It just kind of it flows.
What about Space Pilgrims? How you feel about those?
Yours could be Cap Jerry, but I want it to be real. I
Okay,
do.
okay,
It was
okay.
to me would be the one episode that I would be the most interested in. I feel
Mhm,
like
mhm.
out of the three.
It's the most interesting episode. It's not the best episode.
I wouldn't say it's the
Oh,
best
Kyle.
episode. No.
Don't diss my baby like that. Okay, maybe
Josh's episode is a better episode.
no, maybe Vat of Acid's
It
better
just
than this
held-
one.
Oh yeah.
It just hails from season 1, so
Yeah.
season 1's great.
With
I'm
the
gonna
poop
say-
pills.
I'm gonna say it. I think I would watch yours.
Okay.
So if you did make it up, good job.
But who do you think's fake? Who is the gaslighter?
Kyle's makes me uncomfy, but
Okay.
I believe it. I think. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Josh's.
Mhm.
Just because there's so many references that he mentioned that could have got me. Maybe they didn't. But also, even if I know you say you just watched it, but sometimes your memory blanks and you accidentally make shit up even when you have the truth.
Me with the
So
Game Boy.
we'll go fact check that later and see if I'm actually right. If you are not the gaslighty, but I'm gonna go with your story.
So
So Josh's is a lie.
so you're locked in Josh's lie
Yeah.
because of Shakira and other things.
Just details. Where's the fucking button?
It's in our
It's by
souls.
Josh's foot.
Oh. Oh, hey, literally
Let me
souls.
Wanted to
just
touch
have a
it.
6-foot wingspan.
Bonk. All right. I can confirm mine is a real episode, and we will watch it later.
Okay. Good.
This mine is one of the best episodes, dude. These turkeys wildin'.
It's good.
It sounds fun. Like I kind of want to watch it right now.
Oh my god. No. When it ended, I looked at Jerry and I was like, how the fuck is it only 1:30 or whatever time it
Yeah,
was?
yeah,
Because
yeah.
it feels like an hour.
All right,
But oh my god.
Josh, do you want to reveal if she got it right or not?
Kyle's was real.
I'm
Mine
so
was
good at
a
this.
lie.
I'm
No,
so
you're not good at this. I'm bad at this.
Okay, but in the first season, I got almost all of them right except for my dad's, which I still got right. You're the reason why I got it wrong. Other than
She'll never let you
rap,
down.
which there were so many happening, it's a little different. I've gotten everyone I've done right.
Well, he was wrong with it.
I'm just bad at lying, especially when it comes to changing details of a fucking banger episode. So the cats are dogs. The episode's
that's what
called
I
Lawnmower
that's
Dog.
what I thought. Yeah, that was one
Uh,
of the details that I was thinking of.
Excuse me.
But then
It's-
you like
Wubba Lubba
said
Dub Dub.
that wasn't important. So I was like, maybe it was cats, and he just really doesn't care about it.
I mean, I don't necessarily. The other plot is better,
Okay.
but
It
the
is,
other
yeah.
things I changed were Shakira is just a celebrity actress that the guy was watching.
Yeah, it's like a soap
So-
opera.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that all I changed? I was gonna change Scary Terry from being Freddy Krueger, but I
don't-
didn't because it just works better.
I don't
if
remember
it's-
Scary Terry's perfect.
I don't remember the jump rope girl. Like I thought you
No,
made
that's
way
in-
more.
that's
I
in
thought you
there.
made up way more of that stuff than you did.
No,
That
all
shit's all
the
real.
Scary Terry plotline is real.
Yeah, that
Everything of that episode is real. Besides, it was dogs and not cats, and it wasn't Shakira.
Yeah, Shakira. Like I said, Shakira is the one
Is-
thing that stood out to me. Like I know there's references of people in Rick and Morty.
It's an actress that probably references to another actress that I can't even think right now from a movie, a character from a movie,
what?
and her catchphrase that the person in the show said.
Do you
in
know
Rick
what
and Morty
movie,
says.
or
No,
you just?
I can't think of it right now, but
Okay.
We'll watch it
I'm
later.
just gonna get there. The catchphrase that the actress says in the show in Rick and Morty in this episode is, "You don't know me."
No
she
idea.
Just says that.
That
Yeah.
sounds so familiar. Oh my god,
Yeah.
it's gonna bother me for a second. Do you know who he's talking about? It's gonna
I know
bother me.
the episode.
It's gonna bother me
We
until I
just
look it up.
watched it.
But it is a great banger episode.
Okay, well,
Well,
too bad I don't get a prize.
nope.
Sad.
Sorry, you live here. Moral of the story is Josh needs to work on his line a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
You stumble a lot when you talk to when you were lying every time.
I just felt bad for changing such a great episode.
Like he
I
said,
probably should have
lawnmower.
wrote mine down. Mine's a lot.
Cat.
All of them were a lot.
Yeah.
I believed yours, but I didn't want to. I don't
Oh,
want
it's
that
awful.
to be. a
Yeah, you're
thing.
talking about
It's a great
details.
episode, though.
Kyle said so much.
He did.
Like I
But
rambled a
it wa-
bunch.
He did, but his was also like his details coincided more, if that makes sense. Like Shakira stood out as a sore thumb, whereas like all of that story like flowed together, literally.
The thong.
I thought it made sense, and you even added in how it carried through as a joke.
It
later.
also doesn't help that I picked the fucking episode that's about Inception.
Valid.
True.
in and of
That's tough.
itself because it doesn't make sense. You know.
That one's tough.
But no,
No,
I'm not
I-
gonna blame it on that. I'm
I
gonna blame it
also
on
think
I'm a
I
bad
have
liar.
I have seen parts of that episode, so that didn't help. I've told you I've seen some of the first season, but you, for some reason, picked the first season. You
Well, we
really
knew-
all should
we-
have picked season 5.
Now, I thought we were going
Season
to,
4
but I
would have
like
been
the
off
change up.
limits. You know season 4 actually.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's just always on. Like every time somebody's like, "Let's watch something on TV," they'll turn on Rick and Morty, but it's always that season.
Just
Yeah.
the bad acid.
I
Yeah.
think the greatest episode of the show comes out of season 4, but the rest of it could.
Yeah,
Could
there's a
take a
lot
while.
of
Okay,
really
I
bad
really
episodes
like
in season 4.
the where they go camping.
Oh,
Yeah, that one's
the
pretty
great
good.
outdoors. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that one because then like the side plot, I guess, is fucking Morty with Summer.
And they're on acid,
And
flying the
they're
spaceship.
in the spaceship, just and Rick's like, you guys gotta." So
Oh my god, you guys could have died doing this stuff.
and
And then he does it.
Rest
Yeah,
in Rick
exactly.
I gotta find out what the shit episode is. I know
True.
it exists. I really am not capping. It's at the
Yeah,
very end. It
it's
might be like
familiar.
the very last thing. It might be in season 4.
I don't know.
I think it might be an earlier episode.
But by the way, Kyle, I just wanted to thank you for doing the Rick and Morty voice. Like I didn't even want to try.
What?
You tried to go, hey Morty, a couple times in your story. I really appreciated that. I'm just letting you know, Josh. I really
Did I?
appreciate you. Yes. You just don't do that in your normal voice. I don't believe so.
Oh no.
Josh, I love that you dressed up. This is 10 out of 10. Shakota, thank you for being gaslit. And thank you for tuning into Candleside Gaslighting with your host, Jerry. We're currently releasing new episodes every Monday, and you can find us wherever you get your podcasts, under Candleside Gaslighting, or at YouTube under Foresight Films. For any other content, and also Candleside Gaslighting. We'll have a Google form linked in the description, so you need to leave any questions or suggestions down there below. We will use them sooner than later. Once again, this has been Candleside Gaslighting, where the line is encouraged and the truth is confusing. Just like Rick and Morty, don't forget to blow out your candle. Shakota?
Don't blow the wax everywhere.
True.
True.
Okay,
Never have.
well she can't. Oh, okay. Has she blown a top full candle? The last two have been full. That one is half. There's no way she's gonna blow it out.